Hi there YouTube, Musical David here, looking at the events coming up on Vatsim over the next week or so. Looking primarily at week 3 and 4 of August and just the end of it going into September. So first up, we've got some events on the front page. Open Sky Brasilia, which is probably happening by the time you're watching this, or has already happened. Time 0. So again, 2300 UTC, that's 9 AM in Australia on a Friday, effectively. So 9 AM on a Friday in Australia. Actually, it's tomorrow, so Thursday, through till 0100, which is 11 AM on Thursday in Australia. So not really useful to anyone that's working. Next one down here, we have an event in Cairo, I do believe. It's something about a championship there. There we are, Cairo, at 1800 UTC on Thursday. That's 4 AM on Friday for us Australians. And then we have the Brisbane Fly-In, which is a interesting little event here. That's coming up in Brisbane. Basically, this week sometime we were informed that we've been invited to set up a stall to promote Vatsim at the Brisbane Aviation Expo. So we've decided to put together a small team very quickly to try and get some activity out there. And the activity that we've decided to do is we're going to have a air traffic controller host a position up there, probably a Brisbane Tower, something like that, one of these positions, and they'll be physically located inside this lifestyle zone on the corner of Baroni Road and Melia Street, just outside Brisbane Airport. So if you're physically in the area, you can buy tickets. They are actually free for the lifestyle zone. There's a couple of areas that are not free, which is basically the aircraft experience zone with real live aircraft. But if you want to visit the conference, we've got some simulators around here. There's a Defence Force recruiting hangar, careers area, and various other things. Seminars happening. I think some of those seminars may not be free, but most of them are, especially the ones in the career zone. But yeah, head on out there. There's a lot of free activities, a couple of paid ones. Vatsim is in the free area, and apparently we're right near the simulator here at the lifestyle zone. So find the simulator and you'll probably find someone controlling Brisbane Tower from there as well, and that'll be a Vatsim person. Not me, of course. I don't live in Brisbane, and flying all the way up to Brisbane just to do that would be silly, since I can probably be more effective in providing either air traffic control or traffic from my home right here. That said, effectively midnight UTC on the Saturday through to 0600. That correlates to about 10 AM on Saturday morning for us Australians, going through to about 4 PM. Now, we will need extra air traffic controllers, since I think we only have one controller or one setup at the lifestyle zone, so we can't actually host a full ATC complement from the location. So we will need normal Vatpac controllers to do their thing. My suggestion, Docell, Mudgee, possibly some of the extra towers like Rockhampton and Coffs. Obviously we'd like to have Brisbane Approach on as well. And Grand Delivery, whatever, maybe pop into Sydney. So they're my suggestions. Maybe Tamworth to Brisbane, Coffs to Brisbane, Rockhampton to Brisbane, some of the CTAFs like Bundaberg or Hamilton Island, which is up there somewhere, and Harvey Bay, Armidale, maybe even come in from as close as the Gold Coast. That's an option. Anyhow, that's us on a Saturday, the 19th of August. Kaitaru in Wellington, the New Zealanders, also on Saturday, 0700, so 1 hour after we finish up at 4 o'clock with Brisbane. You can hop over the pond and fly to Wellington if you wanted to do such a thing. That goes through to 1100, and kind of overlaps with Midsummer Madness, which is one of the great UK events that occurs, I think, every year, once a year. This one, unlike the Brisbane event, will have multiple controllers in the same room, and it is a very enjoyable event to fly, and you can see that there's actually prizes for those flying in, I think it's to Birmingham, and there's suggestions for Birmingham scenery on the page there. There'll be, yeah, there we go. Not sure how to win those prizes. It might just be a random that's in the airspace, but yes, you want to be flying in or out of Birmingham in the UK. Time there, 1000 UTC. That's 8 PM for us Australians. Dusseldorf real ops happens to be at the same time, so if you're looking to come in and out of Dusseldorf into Birmingham, then that's probably a useful flight, unless you don't have the centre controllers in between them. And very similar time frame, we have Ningbo flying in and out in China. Sorry about the pronunciation on that. I don't know how to say that word. Ningbo, I guess it's that. And have they got 2 airports or just the one? Looks like it's just the one. Cool. So they're going Ningbo Lisi International Airport, ZSNB at 1200 through to 1600, all on that same day, on the Saturday, August the 19th. That's 10 PM for us Australians. Now, let's have a look at it on the map. This is all Australians time. So that one day, Saturday the 19th, very active. You can start at 10 in the morning with the Brisbane event, possibly Friday night up at Houston at the same time. If you're an Australian, please come to Brisbane. If you're an Australian controller, please control. Qatar and Wellington over the pond at 4 o'clock. And then we have the Midsummer Madness and the Dusseldorf Real Ops at the same time at 8 o'clock PM, and then at 10 PM is that China event, which I've got to put on my own calendar. I'll do that for us now. So at 10 PM in INGBO, China. What was the ZSNB? Go ahead and create that. Plug in a link to it. That's pretty much what I do when I'm creating these events. I'm not sure how many of these events I'll get to. I'm certainly going to be supporting the Brisbane event, since Vatpac needs all the help it can get at the moment. And I'll certainly be at the Midsummer Madness event in Birmingham, because it's always fun to fly in the UK at a sensible time of the morning. So that probably takes us through that very, very busy day on Saturday, the 19th. We push into Sunday, which has a Boston Tea Party. Let's see if that's on the main page. Yes, there it is. 18th Boston Tea Party, Saturday, August the 19th at 1600 UTC. That's 2 in the morning for us Australians, but it's a fairly long event. Finishes up at about 9 in the morning. And there's a website there. I do believe they have prizes for this as well. Might be misremembering that. But basically, you'll be looking at a whole bunch of airports around Boston and the FIR. They suggest Hartford, Bradley, Providence, Manchester, KMHT, and Albany, and possibly Cape Cod, which I don't think is a place, it's just a cape. Cool. So there you go, Boston in that time slot. It's the first one on Sunday, 1600 on Saturday. That's 2 AM on Saturday, or Sunday for us Australians. Faroe Islands escape, not very long thereafter. It's a 3 AM start for us Australians, 1700 UTC on the Saturday through to 2000. Yeah, not much to say about that one. Just pop up at that airport, the Faroe Islands, and hopefully you'll get some air traffic control there. A gear flying, much the same time frame as the Faroe Islands. This one in Morocco, so you can expect to see quite a lot of that section of airspace. GMAD is your ICAO code there. Suggested scenery and charts, which is always useful to have. We skip to Sunday now. There's quite a bit of a gap there, and you can probably see that in our line here. The Manchester Summer the Birmingham Summer Madness event, I believe, is split over 2 days, so you can, if you missed the first day, or you can attend both. Notice that the Sunday has got a bit of a gap there. Paris Online though, and something about Canadian Express out of Edmonton at well, that's Australian time, so 11:0100, is that right? No, 1000 UTC. Oh no, that's EDT, so 1400 UTC. Probably got that time wrong. Cool. That's Boston Tea Party and all the other ones that we had there. Milk Run Monday coming up on the 21st is a standard milk run, Sydney and Melbourne. That is hosted every week. It's the week after that that's spilled. So if you want to get Sydney, Melbourne out of the way this coming week, that means next week you can head off to other places. As looking through here, we have Mainline Madness on Saturday. Okay, I'm looking at the correct week now. I was going to mention this one. It's a little bit bad timing for Australians. It's Monday morning at about 4 in the morning. At Fort Worth I-20 poker run. You can actually win prizes with this as well. You can get a TFTI 717, $30 voucher for the TFTI store, Aerosoft vouchers, A2SM, any product of your choice from them, and Active Sky products of your choice if you don't have them all. May I suggest things like Active Sky Cloud Art, or perhaps a future product. Nevertheless, that is Fort Worth Poker Run, obviously out of Fort Worth itself. They're suggesting Monroe, Sherwood, Downtown, Longview, East Texas Regional, Tyler Pounds, and Max Metro. Cool. So that's yeah, that's a kind of Monday. Anyway, we skip a few days all the way to next week. We have Saturday the 26th. We have Philadelphia is the Friday night ops. 2300 Zulu on the Friday. That's 2300 on the 25th. 9 AM for us Australians on the Saturday. Philly Showdown, they're calling it. And then I don't really have much in there. We have Mainline Madness, which was on the website there, which is in New Zealand. And then we have Discover Prague, which is about 11 PM in Australia, UTC time 2300 Zulu. And there we go, Prague. Tel Aviv to Prague with full ATC services. That's the promise. Sounds pretty ambitious, quite a long flight that one. So yeah, Discover Prague from Tel Aviv to Prague, and they've given us a full recommended route there, which you can have a look at. Just double check that it's on the website. Yes, it is. Let's see what it looks like on the website there. And you've got links to charts and scenery as well. So that looks like quite a fun little event. Bit late in the evening, but it is the weekend, so why not start with a long haul? Very similar time frame. As far as I'm concerned, we have Hajj Ops in Medina. That's the Saudi Arabian Vatsim division, and they've given us charts and procedures as well. Jeddah and Medina on the 26th of August, time 16:30 UTC. Continuing with the theme of early morning Sunday, we have Miami Live, an event that's at 2100 Zulu. That'll be on the Saturday, 26th. For us Australians, it'll be 7 AM on the 27th, the Sunday. So Miami, the RTCC, let's see what that looks like on our forums here. Yeah, not much there, but we can assume it'll be Miami, possibly Jacksonville, places like that would be useful to come in from. Hopefully there'll be some adjacent FIRs participating. Let's just have a look at our map here. So obviously Miami FIR, that should be humming, and we'll have some more around the place, perhaps Orlando, perhaps the Jacksonville Center, perhaps even Atlanta. Interesting games gone flying. I didn't actually expect to see that one. What time is this? 1700. That's 3 in the morning in Cologne, Bonn. By the sounds of things, it's very similar to the Brisbane event that we're doing. So they've got a games con on, and they'll be doing, I'm guessing, some kind of live demonstration of Vatsim. Or perhaps not. Maybe it's just from home. They didn't actually specify that they're actually at the con, but there you go. Gamescom flying at Cologne, Bonn. And I'll just do a last sweep to make sure they've got nothing else on the calendar. So it's a fairly early morning on that Sunday, nothing much in the afternoon, apart from Vatpac having its usual Saturday or Sunday night VFR operation. Let's have a look at what that might be. In fact, why not? Go back to the event calendar. Actually, I'm not sure if that's ready. Yeah, they only show those out the week in advance, so it won't be that one. Garn, Tyndall Creek, Tennant Creek. Just keep an eye on the calendar. You might find an interesting flight there. They usually release that sometime in the week of the event itself. Nevertheless, that brings us all the way to Monday the 28th at 7 PM Australian time. That's 0900 UTC roughly. We're going to the Gold Coast from Melbourne for Spilled Milk Run Monday. Unlike VFR, this will be here. There we go. Melbourne and the Gold Coast. There's all your ATC sectors. We'll be flying out of Snowy through Wollongong, Mudgee and Downs, isn't it? So there's a couple of flight plans for you out of Avalon and Melbourne as well. And yeah, good number of flights there. You've got some scenery that you can take up as well. Going to the Gold Coast, not Brisbane, for that particular event. Anyway, that pretty much takes us all the way through, and the first day of September, Friday the 1st of September, will be Friday Night Ops in Miami. So until then, I will catch you next time. This has been Music Labour. Hope you enjoyed. Signing off.